Hey everybody, Lenny Ghoul here, and today we're going to play some more Diablo 2 Resurrected. And we're playing the Reign of the Warlock expansion class. I guess is what it's called. I don't know what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. Today we have a real interesting thing that we're doing because I discovered something that I didn't think was possible, and now that it is, I'm blown away even more by this class. So we've been playing this summoner-esque warlock, and I've been running around with some goatmen, and that was pretty fun. And I saw the bind demon option, and I'm like, I mean, the goatmen are pretty good. I can't really think of another demon that I'd want anyway that wasn't, because that demon would have its own thing, and I didn't really look into it. And then well, it turns out, and then I saw like a thumbnail of something or whatever. Turns out you can summon almost any demon in the game, including super uniques. And I don't know if you can summon bosses. I haven't tried yet, but you can summon super unique bosses. You can't summon. I don't think you can summon Diablo as a bind demon. But you know who you can summon? I was quite shocked myself. Hephasto! Yes, Hephasto, the smith at the Hellforge. And this one, apparently, when you use the bind demon thingy, bound demons gain extra strong, and they get an aura. I don't know where the thing is. What doesn't it say? Well, anyway, they get an aura. As well as being bound. And the aura that we got, I did it before on Shank, but he was too slow. And he got some other weird fucking aura. I think it might have been like cleansing or something weird. But I did Hephasto, and I got fanaticism, as you can see. Which, like, everyone's gonna be fast. He's fast. Look how fast he is. Shank was like so slow he couldn't keep up. And then the other cool thing is you can still summon your demons with that. It seems I can only get 2 demons and a bound. The interwebs says I can get 3 and a bound, but I don't know what I have to do that, since I already have my demon mastery maxed. I'm not really sure. This says I can only have 3, and I'm told I can have 3 plus 1. But I've been putting points into this, hoping that maybe that, like, at level 10, it'll let me make, like, add another. I don't know. Because I know that without this demon, I can get 3 goatmen. Now, the cool thing about the demon, this is probably the coolest part, is that if you notice, when I logged in, he was there, which means it uses the Iron Golem rules. I did die once, and he was gone, and I was really upset. Well, it was when I had Shank. I died, and Shank was gone, and I'm like, well, let's go get Hephasto. And we got Hephasto. And if you die, he goes away, and then you have to go get him again. Which, it's kind of a pain in the ass, right? Because you have to, like, know where to go, and you have to, like, clear the map or whatever and get out there. And then the way that you summon them, or that you, I guess you bind them, is that you have to hurt them a little bit, and then you can cast the bind demon spell. They must be injured, and then there's a % chance that they'll bind, and if they don't, you have to do it again before they die, and keep doing it. And you don't want to accidentally get the wrong demon, you know. So it gets a little hectic, but it's kind of like summoning specters in Path of Exile. If you summon a specter in Path of Exile, they will remain even when you leave the game, leave the map, log back in later. The specters will still there. Now in Path of Exile, all of your summons do, actually. Every minion that you had in PoE when you logged out, when you log back in, will stay. So that's a little bit different, but this acts more like a specter than any other minions in Diablo, because all the other minions in Diablo 2 will disappear if you quit the game and come back, except for the Iron Golem. And the reason why they had an exception with the Iron Golem is because to make the Iron Golem, you have to sacrifice like a thing, and the Iron Golem takes the stats of whatever the thing is. And so if you had like a Breath of the Dying, it would be kind of shitty if your Iron Golem, if it only lasts for the map, or for the fucking, you know, for the time you were logged in, because that's not cheap, right? It would be really expensive to do an Iron Golem every game. So that's why they set up the rules like that for the Iron Golem, so that he can sustain. And it looks like they're using that rule with this, because getting a specific demon is kind of like a big deal. Again, I don't know if you can get Andariel or, like, you know, Baal or Diablo or Hephasto or, you know, whatever. Duriel. Like, I have no idea. But I do know that I was able to get Shank, which means I can get Rakanishu. I could get, I got Hephasto. I could probably get guys like that. I'm wondering if you can get Lister. I'm thinking probably not, because as a necromancer, you can revive any monster in the game that isn't a super unique or a boss. But you cannot do the type of minion that Lister is, even though he's a demon. And they did that because it's too powerful to have a bunch of revived of those running around. So they just don't allow you to do it. Now I'm wondering, did they change that? Did they overlook it? We'll see. And I'm also wondering, maybe we could do the Cow King. Run around with the Cow King. Although Cow King's kind of squishy. But yeah, you get the free aura. They gave him an aura. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, my one, yeah, this game, it just keeps giving this new expansion. It's win after win after win. However, this is not the expansion's fault. This is just my shitty luck's fault. I have the runes to make the Warlock armor, which is what I want for now. And yet, all of Nightmare, and I'm in Nightmare, by the way. We left off the last video. I was in, I had finished normal mode with Baal, and we were doing Baal runs. And then I did Nightmare last night when I logged back in to screw around, but I didn't make a video of it, or I didn't stream it. But now we're actually in, we've already killed Baal in Nightmare, so technically we could go to Hell mode, but we want to level up a little bit. And what I need to do is I need to go get, I was going to do some cow runs in Nightmare, and the reason is I still don't have any shitty armor. Like I still, my armor sucks, right? I can't find 3-socket armor to save my ass. And I took the armor that I had to Larzik, and I got 2 sockets. I got screwed. So that didn't help. And I was like, damn it. So, you know, we're going to do some cow runs in Nightmare, and then maybe we'll find our stupid armor and we'll put that on, and then we'll go to hell mode and try that out. So yeah, again, the thing that I'm still confused about, and I just wish they would give us more information, is that I know I can have 3 goatmen, and I know I can have 2 goatmen and a demon, but according to the interwebs and according to like Google Gemini and a couple other AI programs too, when you ask them, they're all saying that you can have 3 demons and then also the bound demon. But what happens is it's only letting me have the 2 in the bound demon, and when I had 3 and I got the bound demon, it killed one of my goatmen and it replaced it with the bound demon. So it seems like I can only have 2 in a bound demon unless there's a level requirement. But what happened before was demonic mastery. When it was at level 1, I could only have 1, and when it's at level 10, I could have 2, and when it's at level 20, I could have 3. So now I'm wondering, well, maybe if I have level 30 on the skill level, it will allow me to have 4. And that's where I get the 3 and then the bound demon. And I'm guessing that might be the case. The problem is the only +2 gear I have, I don't have enough of it. I have, what did I get? I just found something too. Oh yeah, I got a +1 book, and I got a +1 amulet, and I got spirit shield, because unfortunately, one of the drawbacks of the patch is, even though there's all new rune words, they didn't put rune words that replace the best in slot rune words. So that part kind of pissed me off a little bit. I was hoping that they would put in something new to replace the old, because we've been using spirit as best in slot for 20 years. You know, maybe not 20, but let's see, it's probably been 20. When did Spirit came out in 0.9, didn't it? Or was it 1.3? Either way, whenever the fuck it came out, it was like at least 10 years ago. It's probably more than that. And it's been like, you know, best in slot the whole time. And I'm like, so, you know, when do we get up better? And it's technically not best in slot. It's second best. It's best in slot until you get Hodo, which is best in slot. And again, they had an opportunity to correct this because they just gave us a new expansion with new rune words, and none of the new rune words are better than Hodo. So it's like, well, shit. It is what it is. So I'll be using Spirit, but one of the things I am going to be using for a while is the new armor that's a +2, because there's every class specific armor has a +2 to that class. There's rune words, there's class specific rune words, I should say. So each class has its own rune word armor, and it gives a +2 to that class, and then, to all of the skills from that class, and then also like some bonus shit. And I'm just going to be making that until we get, you know, Enigma or something. But unfortunately, like I said, I haven't got a 3-socketed armor, so boo, right? So let's go do that. Let me get a couple of keys. Let me get a full tome. I know you don't need a full tome. You only need just the empty tome, but like it's superstitious, and it's just a thing. It's I don't know. It's tradition to do a full tome, just based on old school Diablo stuff. Anyway, we're just gonna go get ourselves a leg, and then we'll do some cows. And I don't know if these demons can handle the cows or not. I mean, we're gonna find out in Nightmare. I mean, they did really well in normal mode. Bonk, bonk. And away we go. Oh shit. Dude, my merc just got wrecked. We're just gonna try to clear the area. Oh, that's because there's a magic one in there. No! Hephasto! Alright, well that was a horrible idea. Now we have to go get Hephasto again. Oh, that sucked. This isn't on players something crazy, is it? Nope. How the hell did we, like... Wow. I mean, they just got slaughtered. Maybe I can get that cow. Where's that unique one? I can't. Did I get him? Nope. I think it's just because there's a unique cow. There's like a boss cow over there. That might have been the issue. Or maybe they're just not strong enough to handle the cows. And if that's the case, that's really disappointing. I mean, summoning more Warlock is not viable. I mean, it was viable all through Nightmare. Yeah, they aren't having it with the cows. Alright, well, that was a stupid idea. Let's get the hell out of here. Huh. Lesson learned. Dude, that sucks. It's crazy to me that the game is like it's scaled that rapidly for fucking cows. Because like I just ran all of Nightmare without a problem with just demons, with even Goatman, and then I just got Hephasto not that long ago, and now he's dead, so I have to go get him again. Fortunately, the River of Flame is pretty far. He was, dude, he was destroying shit, and like I just, what the hell happened? Did he get nerfed while I like logged out for 4 seconds? It wasn't even a terror zone. Now my Merc is a Might Merc, but he's being an asshole about turning his aura on lately. And I thought that was something that they was gonna fix too, because they said there's gonna be some bug fixes. And for some reason, like it always takes a really long time for my Merc to turn his aura on. There it is. You know, and that would have helped in that cow situation. Had Might been on, I think. I don't know. It might have been on. I don't know. I don't know why I got like that was just stupid. I was like, well, we'll farm cows so I can get my armor. Nope, we're not gonna farm. Like it just, I just got wrecked. That's crazy, dude. Hey, that's already gonna be better than that. Oop. Good deal. My Merc needs some real armor too, but like I can't give my Merc armor until I give myself armor, right? So, yeah. Just on principle. That's a bummer. Shank was really, or not Shank. Hephasto was really resilient, and I managed to score a fanaticism one, you know, and then it just went poof on the fucking cows. Cause I'm told that they're random, and I've so far the 2 demons that I've bound, the auras have been different. The chances of me getting fanaticism again are probably pretty low, which is sad because that's really the best one you want. Oh, now I get 3-socketed, but it's regular breastplate. I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not, come on. I'm not putting, I'm not putting fucking a decently ruined armor into like a piece of shit. No matter how desperate I get. All right. Front and back. We want to keep our eye out for Hephasto. We don't want to. I don't want to kill him because I need him alive so I can summon him, or so I can bind him. Got him. What aura does he have? Looks like he has shock. He has holy shock. That's fine. Holy shock's not bad. I really would have preferred the fucking fanaticism I had before, but holy shock's fine. And generally speaking, like, dude's fast. See how fast he is? Alright, let's get the hell out of here. So I guess we'll just go back to farming some levels in Act 5. I wanted to do that cows, but I just not if I'm gonna lose my guy. I mean, that was just horrible. I got wrecked. So all right. I guess we'll kick the players up. We gotta get some experience out of this. Players. Let's do 3. Just something. I don't know where the threshold is on since there's we've never really played a Warlock Summoner before. Because I didn't get to beta test it for a year, like like everybody else did apparently. So we're gonna have to play it by ear. I don't even know if it's viable in hell. As fast as they got their ass kicking cows, I'm thinking maybe not. Which means we're gonna need a lot more plus skills. Anyway, I need a 3-socket exceptional plus armor. You would think that would be pretty easy to find. But I kept getting 4-socket and 2-socket, like, all night. I was getting really pissed off about it. I'm just habitually picking up all potions. Alright. Where's the thing? I guess it's all the way down. Upgrading potion types. Hmm. This game's fighting me. Anyway, I really like this new rune thing. The sigil lethargy is like, it's basically decrepify without the damage. But it works really good for slowing down bosses. It works as good as decrepify works on Bale, and if you have not made an old school summoner, you probably don't know that decrepify works amazing on Bale. It basically makes him to where he almost never attacks. It locks him down. And this has the same effect on Bale. Especially if you have minions that are beating on him. It's pretty damn sexy. I also need some leech for my merc. I don't have like any good merc gear yet. Anyway, I kicked it up to +3 just to see, or for players 3, just to see how much harder it would be, and apparently my merc can't handle that. I need to get him. I need to get him like Tal's helm or whatever, or anything. What the hell's the name of that green necro head? That'll work too. Forgot the name of that. Grim Skull or whatever. Oh wait, what is the new word? Bulwark? Is that what it is? It has leech on it? I forgot about that. See, I haven't played a lot of D2R in the past maybe year. So a lot of the things I'm still like in like very old, like remembering things. Um Hey, look at that. We also took off my magic find gear because I wanted to have a better chance of finding socketed items. So I can get my armor. Yeah, let's look up that wormwood. I forgot what it was. I think it's bulwark. Items, rune words. Bulwark. Shale Oi Soul. Yeah, there it is. Life Leech, enhanced defense, plus to vitality, increase life, replenish life, damage reduction, and faster hit recovery. It's a great Merc helmet. And I have the runes. I just need a 3-socket helmet. Which I thought I had too, but apparently I got rid of one. Oh. Alright, well now I need to keep my eye out for a 3-socket helmet. We're gonna go slow, because apparently we're still weak. Oh no, come on, really? Gloams? Burning Souls? You know what? We're not even gonna humor that. I'm just not in the mood to humor Burning Souls right now. Not until I get the items I need. I'm tired of like fighting like crazy to get nowhere. Even though it's Nightmare, I just fucking Souls, dude. I hate Souls. Cause inevitably one of them's gonna be like, you know, a unique one or whatever, like a boss soul, and then he's gonna like have some crazy shit and have like 47 fucking minions, and they're all gonna shoot you at the same time and just obliterate something. And like, you know. Ugh. But yeah, Bulwark is pretty good. I have the runes for that. So we need a 3-socketed helmet or a 3-socketed body armor. Or both. I might even have the runes for treachery. Be also good for my merc. Alright. Not gloams, please. Not burning souls. That's all we're looking for. How do my life points go down? Oh, I switched out armors. I would have even considered that full plate if it was 3 socket at this point. Hmm. I think that's probably good enough for now on that. Because the other thing I was doing was maxing out Abyss. Because that's like on bosses, that shit wrecks. It's pretty good in a pinch. And that way, that way I have an alternative for physical damage attacks. For physical immunities. So we get Terror Zone crap. I forgot what those are called. The immunity charms or whatever. Dude, what's fucking me up, man? I have some, to be fair, I have like absolute dog shit resists. But again, no thanks to the fact that I can't get my fucking armor pieces. Isn't it Cleagues? Gives you immunity to poison. I think I have Cleagues. I can put those on. For now. No, it doesn't. Why did I think that granted immunity to poison? I'm stupid? Probably. Hmm. My Merc leveled. Good. We're on the same page. Don't fucking die, Wahid. Jesus Christ, man. Maybe I go to cow. Maybe I go to normal cows and farm some shit. Feels bad. I just I need a couple of things. And I just didn't get them in Nightmare. Alright. No souls. No souls. No whammies and soul killers. I don't know. Those little bastards explode everywhere. I mean, they're not as bad as souls, but they can be pretty bad. I like my telescomp skill too. There's a skill that will telestomp one of your demons specifically where you tell it to go, and you don't have to go with it. It's really nice if you need something to plow in the middle of a fucking pack. But the more points you put into it, the worse it gets for some reason. I don't quite understand that. You do more damage when you use it, but like the point isn't to use it for that. It's just to get something in there. But you also like take more damage or something. All right, let's regroup for a minute. It's pretty good. Better than I expected. There's I'm not playing it, but there's a busted skill in here that's insanely crazy that they're probably going to end up nerfing. It's like a melee skill. Here, I'm gonna die of poison. Hold on. It's called Echoing Strike. So one of the things that the Warlock gets is his weapons. He floats them. So you see him floating the spirit shield or the spirit weapon. And this tree is about it's like levitation mastery allows you to levitate your weapon with your mind or whatever better. It just adds more damage to all of your weapon attacks. And then these are some weapon attacks. And Echoing Strike creates echoes of your melee weapon that pierce through the enemies at 75% weapon damage, but you can get like 5 echoes. Now, the thing about this is... Did I? No, not yet. It's just the thing just came out. The thing about this is that you can do something no other character can do in the game. You can put a two-handed weapon in one hand and still have a shield or an offhanded item. And if you use Echoing Strike, your two-handed weapon is going to basically zeal 5 times with Pierce at the crazy busted damage that you're doing. And then also you use like mirrored blades or whatever. Anyway, it ends up being just totally busted. I saw a thing on it. That's why I haven't done it, because I'm playing minions, but it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I know with Diablo 2 you can look up builds and stuff, but it's, I don't know. I've been playing D2 since like forever, so I have, right? But they're just not, it's not, the game isn't complicated enough that you really need to look builds up. What the hell? Oh shit. How did I get defilers? That's not what I wanted to do. You know, because there's only so many skills. There's some cool combinations. I've seen guides and stuff. I'm not saying I ignore them. You know, there's some cool combinations. You can find out, like, well, is it better to use this golem or that golem, or, you know, whatever you're doing. But I mean, it's really straightforward and everything synergizes with each other, so it's really not hard to figure it out. But like when I play something like Path of Exile, where there's like 800 billion fucking skills and there's about, you know, 1,000 skill mechanics, yeah, then you got to look stuff up. And I still make my own, but I at least look stuff up and use that to guide me when I build my own stuff in POB. I'm not paying attention. I just lost my merc. You overlook stuff? Yeah, I mean, it's always good to check. but it's more of a reference thing than it is like, you know, like if you play Diablo 3, for example, if you don't follow, you know, the thing, you're never going to hit like GR 100 plus or G 125, right? Because there's like very, very specific things in that game that require things because like nothing else works, you know, because things have very specific things that they need in that game. Whereas Diablo, you know, it's just more of a it is more of a guide than it is like a blueprint. Anyway, what I'm trying to figure out though, I'm guessing I need to be level 30 in my demonic mastery in order to do the thing that I've been trying to do. Oh, I forgot to get my murky merc. Because when I was level 1, when I had level 1 in demonic mastery, I could only have 1 demon until I got to level 10, and then I could have 2. And then I got to level 20, and I could have 3. And I thought since that was max, when you bound the demon, you could have 3 plus the bound demon, but you can't. Your bound demon replaces one of them. But I've looked around, and from what I could tell, you can have 3 demons and a bound demon. And I'm thinking that it's because my demon mastery needs to be level 30. So we're getting there. We'll see what happens. But the bound demon, I don't know if you've been watching other people play it or not. I just found out today, like I didn't even know, like that you could even bind super unique monsters. So, you know, I bound Hephasto. See? That's Hephasto. I thought you could only bind like, according to the description, it seems like you could only bind like normal shit. As long as they're demons. I'm gonna try to bind Lister if I can. You know, I should have players wanted it. I don't know if I could bind Lister, that would be fucking amazing. But he's got to take damage. And we'll see. Where is he? Let's kite him out. Oh! No way! Dude! Do you see? You could cut. Oh my god. No way! I just bound Lister. I didn't think you could do that because when you use the necromancer skill to what's it called? Jesus, I'm having a brain fart right now because I couldn't believe I just was able to bind Lister. The fuck's the name of that skill? Where you raise the dead. Anyway, there's a necromancer skill where you can where you can get a bunch of revive. That's what it is. Jesus. Anyway, where you can revive a whole bunch of stuff, and you can't revive any of the Lister type monsters. You can revive any monster in the game, but you can't revive the Lister ones. And so I thought, I'm pretty sure they're not going to let me bind Lister, but they just let me bind Lister. This is Lister. Lister has been bound. Oh wait, this isn't. This is Grey Touch the Cold. Well, that's weird. Maybe I missed Lister. I thought I bound Lister. I must have hit one of his other guys. Still, it's a Lister type monster. That's insane. You played Diablo 3 the most. That's cool. I played a lot of... I played Diablo 2 the most. I started with Diablo 1. And then and then when Diablo 2 came out, I played it like forever. And I beta tested Diablo 3. I probably have like 5,000 hours in Diablo 3. Like four or 5,000. I don't remember. And then, but I have way more in Diablo 2. And then Diablo 4, I fucking hate. I tried playing it. I can't even get through the campaign. I don't like it. It's just boring as shit. And then I play PoE all the time. I play more PoE than like anything. But yeah, it's pretty fun. What's up, Ara? I learned something today. Remember when I was talking about the bind specter or the bind demon thing? I was like, I could have 3 normal, like these goatmen, which are really good, or I could bind my own demon as one of the things. But I thought, well, it wouldn't be that good if you could bind the demon because it's just going to be normal ones. But then I found out today that you could bind super unique monsters, which are like I could bind Rakanishu, and I bound Hephasto and Shank, like these major these aren't like act bosses. They're the next step down from an act boss. They're monsters that show up every game in the same spot every time, but they're not bosses. They're like super unique monsters. And they're really powerful. And so I was just I had Hephasto for a while and I was really stoked. And then but one of the monsters you're never able, like as a necromancer you can also use revives on a lot of monster types. But one of them that you can never revive is the Lister type monster because they purposely did that because they were too broken. It would break the game if you were able to have a bunch of those. But then on the bound demon thing, it just let me do the Lister monster. It called him something else, but that's basically what it is. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the aura I got is like, I don't know what aura that is. Is that cleanse? I think that's cleanse. They get a random aura when you do the thing. The first Hephasto I got had fanaticism, which was amazing. But this one has like cleanse, but still it's a Lister monster. So let's go kill Baal real quick. This is amazing, and I'm still trying to find some decent gear because this is Nightmare, so I'm like already killing Baal and Nightmare. And I still haven't gotten decent gear. Now, one of the cool things with the sigil skill is that it acts like Decrepify, so you can actually lock down Baal with it. Like that rune. And he can't do a whole lot. It slows him just enough so that he can't do some crazy stuff. This is how summoners usually kill Baal too. You just hit him with Decrepify, he slows down, and then you just let your skeletons beat him up all day. So, anyway. This is good stuff. They're just like breaking all the rules with this stuff. I have a feeling that they're gonna nerf this at some point. And then I know for a fact they're gonna nerf another skill, which is that melee one I was talking about. That thing is so busted. It does like more damage than like anything else. With nothing. With like any gear. It's just totally busted. Like you could have a generic what was it? Mr. Llama made a video about it. He's using Wirt's leg. And not a rune Wirt's leg. Just a white Wirt's leg. With that skill. And he's doing like insane damage with it. So yeah, it's busted. I don't know how it got through the patches. What the fuck is that? Oh shit. Sorry about that. I had a website open. Actually, it was Maxroll, and a commercial kicked on. Whoops. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh yeah, so I just need the problem is I just need to farm some basic gear so I can use some rune words, and I haven't been able to find it. It's been driving me crazy. Now, how's your day going, Ara? And happy Valentine's Day. Well, that's not good. I need to change the title since we're not using Hephasto anymore. Hephasto was pretty sweet, but Lister is the shit. Lister. That's so insane that you can summon these super unique monsters. I'm just like, what? I hope that because they've decided to give a new character that is like better than all the other characters at what the other characters do, that they put that in the game, that they decide to buff the other characters at some point. Like, Warlock is the new summoner. Warlock is the new Hammerden. Warlock is the new barbarian. Yeah. I'm not even looking for a much of an upgrade for the Necro. But what I would really like to see is them to finally fix the mages. Because they still suck. The fire golem needs to be, it needs to do at least twice as much damage as it does. And the mages need to do about 5 times more damage each. And then they'll be like reasonable. The druid summons could use a little bit of a buff. It's nice that we can actually take all of them now at once. You used to not be able to do that. So that was huge when they did that. The problem is it also exposed that even if you took all of them at the same time, they still didn't do shit for damage. So like, it's still kind of a struggle in hell to run those on anything outside of like players 2. Oops, that's something I want to do. So they could probably buff some of those, excuse me, a little as well. The paladin doesn't need a buff for the hammers, even though the warlock does it better, kind of. But because it's the paladin's still busted. And Mosaic obviously needs to be nerfed, but they don't seem to care about that. So they just need to bring all the other characters up so they don't suck. Comparatively. Dude, I need 2 things. I've been looking for 2 things for a long time. Oh no, souls. God damn it. I don't want to deal with souls. Maybe it was a one-off. Nope, there they are. Anyway, I've just been looking for 2 things, and it shouldn't be that hard to find them, but it is, because it's Diablo 2, and I forgot. And I keep having this mindset of PoE where I'm like, oh, well, if I find the base item, I can just craft it. No. You don't do that in Diablo 2. There is crafting options in Diablo 2. They're completely different. They don't work the same way at all as PoE. It's still just like a random roll to make some gloves cool, basically. But yeah, I just need to find a 3-socketed helmet and a 3-socketed armor. That's exceptional. And I already burned Larsic. He failed. He underrolled. Oh, come on. See, everything's either like 1, 2, or 4 sockets. This is driving me crazy, man. I have the runes too. I have all the runes I need to make it. To make all the things that I want to make. Well, not all of them, but the ones that I want to make for now. And I just need the fucking stupid item. And I just can't find them. Everything's been like nothing is 3 sockets, man. I'm getting so frustrated. It's just shit RNG is what it is, but you know, it happens. It's tormenting me. Alright, once again, please no souls. So do some maybe I should do some Hephasto runs. That's what I should do. Oh no. Spammer. See, look, 4 sockets. Fuck you. What the fuck is that? That was weird. Hey, what's up, dude? Odin. You guys excited for Blood Bowl tomorrow? Oh, finally we got something I can use. Holy shit. Alright, let's go back to town and make my armor. My merc really needs that helmet still, but for now... A very hard mixed team. I don't know why. Like hard to play? Are you looking for a challenge? Union of Little People. Alright, so according to this, it's Hell, Shale, Ral. Yeah, Union of Little People. I think it's like halflings and ogres. And maybe lizardmen. It's fun though too. Let me see. Let me look something up here real quick. I don't remember what it's called. Diablo II Warlock Armor Rune Word. Authority. Hell Shale Rel. Alright. If this doesn't work, this is Google Gemini's fault for giving me the wrong order. Because I didn't want to look it up. Hell Shale Rel. Hell Shale Rel. There it is, authority. Boom. +2 warlock skills. Fire resist 30. Faster hit recovery. Enhanced damage. I don't need. Level 20 psychic ward when struck. Alright. I need something for my merc though. Halflings, ogres, and goblins. Yeah, there you go. See, that'll be fun to play, but it's also challenging because they're squishy. And they're min-max, right? You can have 2 trees on a goblin team, which would be amazing. And eventually you could have 2 trees and 6 ogres and 2 trolls. If you can get enough money, if you can get enough wins. And then you'd have and then I would take goblins as your the guys you're gonna throw and your normal people. Because out of all of the small guys, goblins are the best. Out of the, like, they're better than nobblers. They're way better than halflings. You know, you can still throw them. And then you get all the secret weapons and shit. See, that could be fun, but still challenging. There you go. Take the bomber. Because he's like the same price. And you can also throw bombs. So. Alright, so now we have our armor. Which is a good start. And that's going to put us at level 26. Wasn't I at 26? What the fuck? 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I guess not. I need 4 more. Yep. Rejuve. Run everybody back. He's still poisoned. Let's go get these guys unpoisoned. My resists are ass. You know what I should do? This is a waste of a Larzik, but at this point I'm desperate. I'm gonna put a hole in this and put a diamond in it. If I have one. That's gonna give me some resist. These new quality of life updates are amazing. There, now I don't have negative resists anymore. I barely have positive resist, but it's a stepping stone. Right? It's a start. We're getting there. Whoop. Unfortunately, my Merc does not have good resists. But we just nuked their MSLE guy, so we're good. This chaos dot fucking spell is really cool too. It does it like opens up a hole and like swallows shit. It's fucking crazy. Where's Lister at? I'll try to bump up the difficulty next game. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna do some Hephasto runs. So the sigil of lethargy is one point wonder of the skill that I really like. It just locks things down. It slows them, it weakens them. Especially bosses like that. Fucking great. He's not even able to attack. Alright, let's go kill Hephasto. Let's do some Hephasto runs. Just for shits and giggles. Oh, it's a bad map for Hephasto, isn't it? It's like way the fuck over here from what I remember. So far. Wait, what? Oh, it wasn't that way. Where the fuck was it? I know it was like out of the way. Shit, it's this way. I see it now. Went the wrong way. It's over here. Yeah, if we're gonna do Hephasto runs, we're gonna reset the map because that sucks. It's too far. Maybe we won't do Mephisto runs. Well, we'll do this Mephisto run, but then maybe we'll just go back, just keep doing Bale runs. Oh shit, no, don't kill my shit. Come on, man. What the fuck? That's so weak. I need my shit. This is why I need to do these runs, because I just can't get my, like, I need my Merc helmet. I need a 3-socketed helmet for my Merc. And then he won't die all the time. Put this in the stash and get some potions. All right. So we're gonna lock down Mephisto too. Poof. Well, that sucked. That was pretty fucking underwhelming. We get some runes at least. That's something. And a total wash. Old book. Huh? Yeah, it was kind of a bust. Alright, let's go back to fucking, let's just go back to Act 5 and work it. Let's kick it up to another level. What are we on currently? We are on... Players 3. Let's go 4. And... make a new game. Ah, shit. My headphones are gonna die. Hold on a minute. There we go. Holy fuck, they're loud. There we go. So I had to plug them in, but when I plug them in, it uses my desktop audio, which is at 100%. And so when I use my and my headphones are usually at like 25%. So it's like I plug them in, it's like blowing my head off. Anyway, it is what it is. Terrorized. Oh shit. We're in Act 4, terrorized. We're gonna get our ass kicked. Just kidding. We're gonna get good XPs. That's still really loud for me. That's better. All right, there we go. That's not too. The game noise isn't too loud for you guys, is it? Let me see here. Demon limb. What was that? Oh. Actually, let's grab that lightning shrine. In case there's gloams in the Durance. That's not bad. Damage AR life skiller. Or not skiller. Damage AR. Small. Alright. Here we go. Oh, our Merc's about to get an upgrade. Actually, he's not. This is for like later stuff. Anyway, we still need the fucking... We still need a 3-socketed helmet for so our Merc won't die for a while. It's not to say that he won't die, but it'll be a lot better. It'll increase his survivability tremendously. Something to increase my survivability tremendously, but that's another story. And then we need to find another 3-socketed armor for him to use, so we can make treachery in it, so he has a bunch of resists. Grand Charm. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So there's a farm. There's a place to roll. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I don't have a bunch of perfect gems yet. But there's a place to farm skiller eligible gems, and it drops them at the just the right spot, so for your large charms or whatever, your greater whatever, the big ones, grand charms, and it spawns them at just right kiwi item level, that they are just high enough to roll skillers, but not any higher, so they don't roll anything higher than skillers. So you have a higher chance. You have the most possible chance of re-rolling them into skill charms, and that is lower Karast and Karast Bazaar in Nightmare, and a lot of people do not know that, and now you do, because this is an educational channel, and learning is half the battle. Or knowing is half the battle. I think it's knowing is half the battle. But when you find those charms, even if they're not skillers, but you'll know that they are the item level to roll into skillers, you want to keep them separate so that you remember that those specific ones are the ones you want to roll for skillers. Because, you know, otherwise you'll get them mixed up. And that's no good. I'm getting tired. I've been up all night. This might be a short stream today, guys. But I had to try. Hey, what's up, Jeff? You been lurking for a bit? Right on. Well, I made a pretty great discovery. I don't know if you were lurking for that. The fact that you can turn super unique monsters into bound demons is pretty fantastic. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I might have been bitching at that point. So I wonder if they're Warlock skillers then. I must assume that there are. It would be weird if they didn't make them. Maybe we should go farm some skillers. Actually, come out. I'm gonna get some water, and then maybe we'll try to farm up some skillers, and then we'll see what happens. Because a couple of skillers would allow me to learn if I can actually have the 3 demons plus the bound demon, or if I'm stuck with 2 demons and a bound demon. We're just not gonna know. until I get level 30 on that skill. And I can't get level 30 on that skill unless I get skillers, because it's already maxed. And I'll probably be able to find my 3-socketed helmet in there too. Where's Bartok at? There he is. He's gonna murder my guys. No, 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 no. There he is. He's the worst guy. Like, Lister used to be the worst guy to fight in here, but he's kind of a pushover now that I have my own Lister. So now it's fucking Bartok because he's a MSLE and he just destroys people with that lightning damage. And as cool as it is to have a bound demon, the one limitation of it is if it dies, you have to go find a new one. Which means you have to go back to wherever you wanted to spawn it and do the whole fucking thing over again. It's a lot like a Spectre in PoE. Although before the latest patch. The latest patch did something to Spectres that I'd never seen before. I don't even know if it's intended or not, but they don't die. Like, they just don't die. I was just like, why are my Spectres dying? I don't know, they just don't die. Or if they do, they just revive immediately, because I never see them dying in PoE 1. I'm assuming that's either a bug or something. But nobody said anything about it, which is rare. It's a little tougher at players 4. Alright, let's go kill Bale. And then I'm going to get some water, and then we're going to look for skillers. Well, not necessarily skillers, but skiller eligible. Which is any Grand Charm found in that area. And then when I get some perfect jewels, we'll reroll them. Or perfect gems, we'll reroll them. Cody, what's going on, dude? How goes it, brother? Dude, I can bind a demon. We knew that you could do that. But not only do I get to bind a demon, I can bind super unique demons. I have Lister bound right now. Lister is one of my pets. That's crazy, dude. Oh shit, is that Tal's? Yeah. A Trangs. Nice. Yeah, I have Lister as a pet, and I had Hephaestus as a pet, and I had Shank as a pet. Lister's the best one so far. It's insane. All right. Where are we? Oh yeah, we're going to Lower Cross. I'm going to grab some water. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
It's at the concession stand now.
Hot chocolate with a magical flavor you won't be able to resist. At our refreshment stand now.
It's 7 minutes till showtime.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy to announce that we've installed Burns-O-Matic in-car heaters for your comfort and pleasure. When you receive your heater, you'll find it very easy to place in your car. Just roll down your front window and rest the heater's bracket on the window with the cylinder on the outside of the car. Roll up your window securely as far as it will go to hold the heater firmly in position. For maximum results, tilt the face of the heater towards the windshield and sit back and enjoy the show in healthful comfort. With these modern, safe, efficient in-car heaters, this drive-in theater will now remain open all year round. If you have any further questions about your Burns-O-Matic in-car heater, please contact one of our theater attendants. And remember, this drive-in theater will now remain open all year round, regardless of the weather.
Hello there. This is a demonstration of my new invention, the Goodies Machine. Special for patrons of this drive-in, the machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
It's 6 minutes till showtime.
All right, I'm back, I think. Groovy. Nice. Oh, that's right. I don't get to hear the things for some reason. My headphones died, so I had to plug them in, but whenever I have to plug my headphones in, I don't get to hear the blurps for some reason. I don't know why. They like play through a different channel. No, I heard that one. Kind of. What the hell was that? That sounded weird. Maybe I'm here getting an echo of it. I don't know. Whenever I have to plug these headphones in, everything goes to hell, and that's what I had to do. So whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, we're here to farm up some skillers. And apparently, there we go. I think nothing was dropping. Now, it's really important that when you do this, specifically to farm up skill eligible grand charms, that you do not do it when it's a terrorized zone. Because if it's a terrorized zone, it defeats the purpose, because the level of the item levels will be higher. And the reason why we're doing it here is because the item level is the exact item level it needs to be in order to be eligible to roll skills on gems, but not high enough to roll anything else that's higher than that. So you have a much higher chance of rolling skillers if you roll them from this location. See, like this has a chance to be a skiller, and it is. See, I mean, I wasn't making it up. +1 masteries. I mean, it just is. This is the place to farm skillers, and a lot of people do not know this. And even if it didn't have a plus skill on it, if you re-roll it, it keeps the item level, so it would have a much higher chance of re-rolling into a skiller. But yeah, that was a great example of, you get the grand charm, boom, it's a skiller. Like, there's a really good chance of getting plus skill grand charms here, and just a lot of people don't know. And again, it's Nightmare, Lower Travancore, or Lower Karast, sorry, and also Karast Bazaar, but Lower Karast is better because there's more chests. And you just crack open every chest, every log, every every stash, and there's a shitload of them here. And because charms have a really high chance to roll out of those types of things, out of like baskets and chests and logs and corpses, and monsters. But the big thing is the area level is the exact level you need to have the highest chance of rolling skillers. So, once again, don't do it in terrorized zone or it won't work. Did I just pass the thing? Buttermilk biscuits. And it's a pretty big zone. There's like every hut has like something to open, you know. We also have a pretty good chance of getting my 3-socketed helmet. There's another charm. Nope. Now that one's not a skiller, but it has a chance to roll into a skiller. So when we stash it, we want to put it in a specific spot so we know that that is eligible to be rolled into a skiller. So it doesn't get confused with the other charms. Because the way you reroll charms is you use 3 perfect gems. Any 3 perfect gems, and the charm will re-roll it at its item level. I can't carry anymore. It's hard to keep track of where you've been when you're using in single player because the map is already cleared. You know, because the map doesn't reset in single player unless you force reset it. Which is good and bad. It's good because you know where everything is. It's bad because you can't keep track of where you've been because the fog of war is already lifted. You don't get to like relift it. Alright, let's get rid of this shit. It's pretty good. Let's put skillers in number 4. So skill eligible and skillers. Let's see if we even have any. Let's convert some gems. Wait. That's so fucking handy. Holy hell. Oops. That's crazy how fucking easy that is now. Wait, if I just have to remember how to do it. So if you hit Control Shift and right click, it does 3, which is what you need to convert. All the things are 3 to 1. So then you hit transmute and then you push it, it goes, and then if you do Control Shift left click, it puts it back. So you go Control Shift right click, you get 3, you hit to that, and then you just left click and it puts it back. You get the 3, boom. Then you get the 3, boom. And then you get the 3, boom. And that turns them into perfects. My God, this is so much faster than it's ever been. This is one of the greatest things that they added. this new tab system and the stackable gem tabs. And this, what I'm doing right now with them, is pretty fantastic. And you can do this with the runes too, which is amazing. Okay. So we already have some perfects, which means we'll be able to roll that gem. Oops. This just killed like... This just saved me like so much time. It's insane. Ugh. There we go. Oh man. This is crazy. This is so good. You had spent hours sorting through this shit before. It's a rare blizzard wind, guys. All right. That's pretty good. So then I go to my skiller tab. I say, well, that's the skiller one. So I go back to gems, I put it in here, and then I can do the same thing, except I'm just going to do one. You don't have to mix the colors, but I like mixing the colors because it makes me think that maybe I have some control over seeding what the outcome will be. When in fact I don't, and it doesn't matter. But it just makes me feel better about it. And I don't have to burn all of, like I can mix so I don't burn all of one color. Nope, didn't happen, but it will happen. Sometimes it takes a little while. But I know that those are eligible, and that's the whole point of the thing. So we'll do another one real quick. Show you that I'm not crazy. Oh man. That water's good. Yummy. I know it's just water, but when you get water to just the right temperature, super cold, so good. It just hits right. And if I'm not lazy, but I'm usually too lazy, I'll even do ice water. But I'm often too lazy to mess with the ice cubes because you got to fill them back up, you know, the tray. Like the fridge keeps the water pretty cold as it is. We used to have an ice maker in the stupid fridge, but as all ice makers do, it died like about 3 years after we got the fridge. So we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. So we're also looking for a 3 socket hat and some grand charms, but also you can get runes through here too pretty decently. When you do this in hell mode, you have the best chance to find high runes in hell mode is in the same location. And it's doing the same thing. You just pop all the chests because that's where most of Runes mostly fall out of chests and from ghosts. And since the ghosts in hell suck to fight, it's best to just go through here and pop all the chests. But you can't get good high runes in Nightmare. So, in Nightmare, you're just looking for the charms. And in Hell mode, it's too high level to get the good charms. Like, you could still get one, but it's not like the item level isn't optimal. So that's why you use different modes for different tasks. I wonder if that's a 4-socket. Nope. See, the medium runes are pretty good. Medium to low in this area. Get a lot of them. There might be all the stuff. Now you could, some people play where they just look at the super chests and then they hit the super chests. Though they will farm a map that'll give them 3 super chests. And then once they get that map, they'll lock that in and then just run those over and over. But I don't know. Chests are chests, man. Super chests drop more, but if you're only hitting the super chests and logging out, like, that's one way to do it. Or you can stay in the map and hit all of the chests and probably have somewhat equal results, if not better, because you're not leaving the game and coming back and fussing about with all that as fast. You know, it's a personal preference, I think. We got nothing. Well, I guess we got a couple of runes. It's not bad. Already have one, but it's always good to stock up on these for crafting materials for later on. For bases. It's so cool I got Triggs. I mean, I know it's an easy drop, but I just haven't played. I haven't played D2 in so long. It's like, wow, something good dropped. All right, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin. I will see you tomorrow for Blood Bowl. So that's gonna do it for. I know it's an early day. Did they even get 2 hours in? I got 2.5 hours in today. Early stream, but I'm tired. I'm gonna go back to bed. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet, but that's gonna do it. So I hope you all have a great rest of your Valentine's Day. Or, you know, whatever. And if there's no one there treating you right, make sure you treat yourself right. Go do something go get some tacos, buy yourself some candy, go see a movie, do something. Make the day about you. And exactly, treat yourself. Cause you fucking earned it. All the bullshit you put, you're still on the planet after all this time. You still managed to survive. Treat yourself well. Anyway, that's going to do it. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Eat plenty of tacos. Get plenty of sleep. I will see you tomorrow for Blood Bowl. If you want to support the channel, you can sub or you can follow or you can send bits. And here's the Discord link. I keep forgetting to do that. I'll put it in chat. Discord. There you go. And that's it. Yep. See you later. Peace out, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say good night. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.